Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel and to another video. This is going to be my first video for 2025 and I am so excited. It is currently what date is it? The 29th? Yeah, the 29th of January when I'm filming this, so by the time that this goes up it will be January 2025, which is absolutely crazy. But I hope that you had an amazing Christmas and a festive period and a happy new year to you all, and I am so excited to bring you my January TBR, my first TBR for 2025. I am really excited. So I have decided to be quite kind to myself in the month of January. I'm only going to be doing one short readathon for January, which I will get into in this video, but I've decided to mood read a little bit and just pick up what I want to pick up. I have 3 buddy reads that I need to prioritise, but apart from that I'm just going to mood read and read what I want and have obviously this little mini readathon that I'm taking part in January. So yeah, without further ado, let's just crack on with my January TBR. Okay guys, so just to mention, I have actually picked out some books that I'm reading for a specific project. So me and my lovely friend Barb from Barb's Bookland, I have decided to do a little bit of a reading challenge with Barb, and we are going to be reading the Fairy Loot book picks for 2025. So this will include the adult, YA and the romantasy. So because I don't want to spoil it for other people what the book picks are, because I roughly know what January's book picks are, I don't want to spoil it for people that don't like to know when they get their boxes what the books are. So I'm not going to mention them in this video, but there will be a separate video where myself and Barb will be reading the books from each book box, and at the end of it I think we are going to do like a rating kind of system where we rank all the books that we read throughout the year and see which one comes out on top. I think, I'm not sure how it's going to work yet, but we know roughly what the January book picks are, so I'm going to be reading them in a separate video. So I just wanted to briefly mention that. So I'm going to crack on with my actual TBR, so let's get on with it. Okay guys, so I'm going to kick off with the buddy reads that I have. So I think if I remember correctly, myself and Barb and a few other people in her book club are going to be reading this. I can't quite remember, but I definitely know, I think me and Barb were definitely going to buddy read this in January, and I'm so excited to pick this up. I think this is definitely going to be one of the first things I pick up in the new year for sure. But I have seen this book everywhere and I've heard such amazing things about it. It's recently got picked up by a publisher. It was an indie published book, but it's now picked up by a publisher, and I just think it's definitely going to be a new favourite series that I'm absolutely going to love. And the book in question is Spark of the Everflame by Pen Co. Look at this cover. It's so pretty. I really like this cover. This one is a fantasy romance, and we're following DM Balatur. She has yearned to escape from her tiny village in Imarion. I think that's how you pronounce that. A realm ruled over by cruel demigods known as the Descended. Although her parents have always tried to shield her from their brutality, Diane's world changes forever when her mother goes missing, leading her to uncover a dangerous secret that links her family to the dreaded Descended in ways she never imagined. The journey to unravel the web of mysteries Diane's mother left behind is long and treacherous, and it soon leads her into the dark domain of those who rule her world, the Descended's royal palace itself. With the dying king's handsome, enigmatic heir watching her every move and a ruthless rebel alliance urging her to join the looming civil war, Diane must reevaluate everything she thought she knew to save her loved ones and finally discover the truth about her world. So it sounds amazing and I've heard really good things. I know Steph has read it towards the end of this year. I think she gave it 4 stars, and Jodie from Vanilla Moon, I don't even know if that's her channel name anymore, but Jodie has read it and I think she gave this 5 stars, so I definitely think this is going to be a new favourite romance series I think I'm going to love. There's 4 books in the series, I think, as a quartet. So, and the second book has only just come out quite recently, obviously being picked up by a publisher, so I don't know when book 3 is going to come out, maybe next year, I'm not sure, but I definitely am really excited. It's the Kindred Curse Saga and book 1, so yeah, I'm really excited. So I'm going to be buddy reading this with Barb, and I think the rest of her book club I think as well for January. But yeah, I'm just so excited for this one, and I'm just obsessed with this cover. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I definitely think this is going to be one of the first books I pick up in January, and I'm so excited. Next up, I have a buddy read that is actually for my own book club, which is the Cozy Corner Book Club. If you don't know, I have set up a brand new book club. I have recently uploaded an announcement video for it, so I'll leave the link to it down below if you're interested in joining. But our first buddy read for the month of January is a historical fantasy by a well-known author that I've read from previously, and this is their newest release, and I'm really excited for this one. I've heard nothing but great things about it, and it is The Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. This is a historical set in World War II? World War One. Yeah. Honestly, I always get mixed up between the different wars. November 1917, so yeah, I think it'll be the First World War. And we're following a brother and sister in this one, and they end up getting separated, and the sister, who's called Laura, ends up travelling to Belgium to try and find her brother Freddie, who's gone missing. And there's a character called the Fiddler who has, I think it's these like magical abilities, and it's through music. And Freddie ends up getting stranded with a German soldier, and they have to kind of figure their way out of their situation, and it sounds really, really good. And I've heard nothing but great things about it, and I loved the Winter Night trilogy by Catherine Arden, so The Bear and the Nightingale. So if it's got those kind of vibes, I definitely think it's going to be up my street. In a world torn apart by war, a brother and sister fight to find each other. So it sounds really, really good. A novel of breathtaking scope and drama of stunning research, lightly worn, The Warm Hands of Ghosts is a book that will speak to readers directly about the trauma of war and the power of those involved to love, endure and transcend it. So it sounds really good. I really quite enjoy books about like war history, like World War One, World War Two. I definitely need to try and do more of that for sure, because I definitely love that kind of history period. So I definitely think that this is definitely going to be hopefully a win for me. And Barb from Barb's Book Club is going to be my co-host on the Buddies, so I will be doing a live show for this with my book club. So if you are interested in joining and taking part in with this buddy for January, you're more than welcome to come and join us. So please check out my announcement video, and the link for my Discord is in that video, and I'll pop the link for it in the box down below here as well. So yeah, I'm really, really excited for this one. It sounds incredible. So yeah, I'm just so excited for this one. Okay guys, and my last buddy read that I'm going to be taking part in is actually through my own book club, Cozy Corner Book Club as well. I decided to do a read along for this series, which I have read all the books in the series. It's one of my all-time favourite series, but there were a couple of people that have joined my book club that haven't read the series and were interested in doing a read along. So I'm going to be starting this from January, and we'll go through till March reading each of the books. And the book series in question is one of my all-time favourite fantasy series I've ever read, so I'm so excited to do a reread of it. It's been a little while since I've read it, so I'm just so excited to be back in this world again, and the characters, and oh, I'm just so excited. But the book in question is The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. And this edition was gifted to me by the lovely Amanda for Christmas. Honestly, she's so sneaky, and she didn't need to do this, but this is one of my all-time favourite book series ever. I have the normal edition, so I will be reading my normal editions. I'm not going to read my new special edition, but this is just so beautiful, and so kind of Amanda to gift this to me. It's just one of the nicest gifts I've ever received book-wise. It's just so nice. But this is R.F. Kuang's fantasy series. It's set Chinese war history, and we're following our main character called Rin, who ends up getting into this military academy, and there are a lot of dark topics in this whole series as a whole, really. There's drug addiction, there's war, there's brutality, there's quite a traumatic scene in one of the chapters, which I'm not looking forward to rereading again, but it's definitely one of those books where you just can't put it down, and the series just gets better and better. It's a 5-star series for me. So yeah, we're following Rin, and she, in this college, and there's a looming war against the Federation, and it turns out that Rin has more abilities, I would say, also without spoiling it, than other people at this military college, and one thing leads to another, and it just goes completely sideways, and it's just absolutely incredible. And this was a debut by Anne of Qualm. This is her debut book, and it's just incredible. So I am so excited to be rereading this series with the new friends in the book club, and I'm just really excited for them to see what they think of this. And it's one of my favourite all-time series, so I'm just so excited to get back into this world again. So we are kicking this off in January with the Poppy War, and then the Dragon Republic will be February, and the Burning Gods will be in March. So again, if you're interested in the Poppy War series, if you've never read it before, or if you have read it and you want to reread it, you're more than welcome to come and join us. So again, I'll leave a link to the Discord for my book club in the box down below. But yeah, I'm just so excited to be reading this. And again, thank you so much, Amanda, for gifting me this stunning edition of one of my favourite all-time books. I wanted to add this book on my TBR just because I wanted to. I've been desperate to read it ever since I got it, and I have heard nothing but great things about this book, and it came in the Fairy Romance for December. I don't get that subscription anymore, but I wanted my own copy of this edition because it is absolutely stunning, and I managed to find one on Vinted. And the book in question is Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iru. I think that's how you pronounce it, but this edition is just stunning. Pastel colours are my total vibe. Like, oh, just beautiful. This is a fantasy romance, and it's to do with stars and like celestial horoscope kind of vibe, which definitely piques my interest for sure. Like, it's just stunning. Stunning. But the piece de resistance is this stunning naked hardback. Like, it's just, oh, I am totally obsessed. Absolutely beautiful. So this one, we're following our main character. I'll just grab the dust jacket. We're following our main character, who is called Alara. You know, the most dangerous kind of villain, a woman with nothing to lose. In a world ruled by the stars' cruel and merciless gods, Alara has been cursed by fate. A prophecy promises she will fall for a star, but it will kill them both. When the Star of Wrath and War descends to hunt Alara, the neighbouring kingdom sees an opportunity to take her from her home, the Kingdom of Night, to Helios, the Kingdom of Light, where she strides straight into the arms of an enemy prince. There, Alara is forced to either let Prince Lorenzo train her into a weapon worthy of battling against the tyrannical reign of the stars, or to accept her fate. But there are shadows even within the Kingdom of Light and they threaten to reveal the darkness in Lorenzo's past and the ancient magic that slumbers in Alara's veins, and with it all, the undeniable star-crossed pull between them. So it sounds incredible. Enemies to lovers. It kind of gives me the vibes of the Hurricane Wars. I didn't love the Hurricane Wars, but this sounds a lot better than that. So fingers crossed that this one is a win for me. And I would be devastated to get rid of this stunning edition. I don't want to get rid of it, so I'm praying that this will at least be a 4-star. I'd be happy if it was a 4-star, to be honest, but I don't want to get rid of this beautiful edition. So yeah, I'm really excited for Heavenly Bodies, so I'm going to add that on my TBR. Okay guys, so I am now going to chat to you about the mini readathon that I'm going to be taking part in January, and that is Winterween, which is hosted by the lovely Gabby from Gabby Reads. This is a week-long readathon, and it's basically to encourage us to pick up thrillers and horrors and mysteries and all that kind of stuff. Summerween happens also during the summer. We've got Winterween, and then Spring Flingaween I think is a thing as well. I don't know if that was a one-off that Gabby did, but yeah, so Winterween is happening in January, and we have, I think it's 5 prompts we have. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll pop a picture up of the graphic with the prompts. So we basically have 2 prompts that are kind of rerun every year. We have a book to read in the dark or at night time, and we also have read a horror or a thriller prompt. For this round, we've got the prompt of read a book that has a house on the cover or in the title. Read a book that has been released 5 or more years ago, if I remember correctly. And I can't remember what the last prompt is. Let me have a quick. I also have to read a a novella, manga, or listen to a spooky audiobook. So those are the prompts for winterween. So I have picked out my TBR, and I will go through what the books are that I have picked for it and what prompts I can use for which book. So without further ado, I'll talk you through my TBR for that. Okay guys, so for the first prompt of read a thriller or a horror, I've decided to go for The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I have read from Tiffany D. Jackson before. I've read Grown, which I really enjoyed, but this one is definitely a lot more of a horror, and this is a Carrie reimagining. I have read Carrie by Stephen King before, and I didn't love it. I think I gave it 3.5 stars. I wasn't scared when I read it, but I think that this one is definitely a bit more on the scary horror side. This one is, as I've just said, a Carrie retelling. This one deals a lot more with racism, which I think will be quite interesting, so I'm really excited to pick that up. And then for the prompt of a book with a house on the cover or in the title, I have decided to go for Boys in the Valley by Philip Fracassi. I don't own any of these books physically, so I'll pop pictures up on here. So Boys in the Valley by Philip Fracassi. This one is an adult horror, and this one follows, I think it's set in a boarding school, and these group of men turn up, and one of them has got religious symbols carved onto his body, and then I think boys end up going missing or being killed off. I'm not 100% sure, but I've heard really good things about that. I've heard it's really creepy. Gavin, I think, has read it recently. I think he gave it 5 stars, so I've got high expectations of this one. So that's on my TBR as well. I have read a book in the night time or in the dark. I have put down The Eyes Are the Best Part by Monica Kim. It probably isn't the best book to be reading at night time or in the dark, to be honest. This one follows about a woman who's got an obsession with eating eyes. And because her mum has told her that the eyes are the best part of the fish, her mum has got a brand new partner who is a little bit I don't know what the correct word is to use. He's kind of got a fetish for Asian women, and he's a little bit like misogynistic and a bit sexist and all that kind of stuff. And our main character, I think, is going to try to kill him. I'm not 100% sure yet. And I think myself and Laura from the book Hermit, I think we are going to buddy read this. So I will... the novella or a manga prompt, I have got down The Night Guest. I don't know how to pronounce that author's name, but this is a novella about a woman who, she seems to have all these health issues and she's not quite sure what's going on. And then one night she ends up waking up and her Fitbit on her arm has counted 40,000 steps during the night, and she is not quite sure what happened. I think there might be vampires in here, I'm not sure, but that one sounds quite interesting. And I've also got down Unholy Blood as well. This is a manga manhwa that has vampires in it as well. And I don't want to know the synopsis for this one, but I've heard really good things about it from Steph, who read this recently. And the book that is set, that was released 5 years ago or more, I have got Dark Waters by Catherine Webber down for that. It's been on my TBR for a long time. It's the 3rd book in the Small Spaces series about a group of kids. They go on a school trip, and there are these creepy scarecrows, and the 2nd book there was ghosts, and in this one there's like I don't know if it's mermaids or it's some scary monster fish, I'm not sure, but it sounds really creepy. So those are all the books I've put down for my winterween TBR, and I am excited to give all of them a go. Majority of these are on my horror bingo board, which I'm doing for 2025 as well, so that'll get quite a good chunk off of my horror bingo board. So fingers crossed I have wins with all of these. I'm a little bit terrified of The Eyes Are the Best Part, to be honest, but I think it is going to be a good time, if you can call it a good time. But yeah, so that's my plan for winterween, and yep, I'm just really excited. Okay guys, and to round off my TBR, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to be doing a 12 books and 12 friends challenge. If you don't know what this is basically where you have 12 friends who pick out 12 books or 12 prompts for you, and you have the whole year to basically read them. So what I've decided to do is I have written down all the books that have been picked out for me, and I have popped them in this little jar, and every month I'm going to pick out one book and do a reading vlog for that book. So I thought while I'm doing my January TBR, I thought I might as well just pick out my January pick There is one book missing, so I will quickly run through the books and who picked out which book for me. The first book that isn't in the jar yet because the book hasn't been released yet. I have applied for an ARC for it, but I haven't heard back from it, so I don't know if I will get an ARC or not. But the book that was picked out for me was from Steph Loves, and she picked out for me Riding the High by Paisley Hope. This is the third book in Sugar Hill Creek series. I can't remember what it's called. They all sound the same to me, but it's the third book in that series. Then I have Phantasma, which was picked out for me by Amanda. Then from Lorraine, I got Wayward by Amelia Hart, which I'm a little bit nervous about. It's not something I would normally pick up, but I am quite excited to give it a try. And then the one I'm really excited for, and I hope I get this one first, is Kendra's pick, my lovely book bestie Kendra. She picked out Quicksilver by Callie Hart for me, and I'm desperate to read it. I have actually ordered myself a physical copy, and I think it might be coming tomorrow. So I really hope I get that one first. And then Jo has picked for me Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling, which I wouldn't be too mad about if I got that one first. I've been desperate to read that. And then Tracy has picked up for me Immortal Dark by Tigis Gurma, which is a vampire one. And I think it's mainly like a black cast vampire one, which will be quite interesting. My lovely friend Theo, he picked out for me Sorcery and Small Magic. Theo I know from Steph's Patreon. I'm really excited for that one. It's queer fantasy for that one. And then Victoria picked it for me An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. This is a dark academia horror, and I'm not really, I am excited for it. I'm not really in the mood to read it now, so if that probably wouldn't be the one I would go for first. And then Beatrice, I love the Beatrice, and Beatrice's Book Nook has picked out for me Welcome to the Hunan Dong Bookshop, which is a translated book, which is totally out of my comfort zone. I've never picked up a translated book before, but this one sounded really, really cute, so hopefully that this one is a win for me. And then Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading, she has picked out for me Ashes of the Sun by Django Wexler. She's been raving about this series recently, and she's been recommending it to everybody, and to me included, so I am quite excited to pick that one up as well. And then Laura from the Book Hermit has picked out The Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern. I have read The Night Circus before by Erin Morgenstern, and I really, really liked it. So this one I haven't read yet because I'm a little bit nervous, because it's either a Marmite book, you either love it or you hate it. So fingers crossed I do love it. And then my final book pick was from Stephanie, and she picked out for me The Betrayal of Thomas True by AJ West. I think this one is a mystery. It sounds like it's a fantasy mystery horror. I'm not quite sure, but it sounds quite interesting. So those are all the books that I have been picked out. So I have got my little jar here, and all these stickers, by the way, are from Devon's shop. I'll leave a link to that in the box down below. She's made all these adorable stickers, and I just think they really fit on the mason jar. So I'm going to pick out my first book, and I'm a little bit nervous, so let's just see how this goes. Okay guys, so I'm putting my hand in, and I'm going to give these a little bit of a shake. Oh, I'm really nervous. Okay, if I can fit my hand in, so I'll have to kind of turn it. I can't fit my hand in. I think I need a bigger jar. Okay, I'm gonna pick out this one. Oh, I don't know what this is. Okay, you guys can see it first. I don't know if you guys can read that. Okay, what have I got? An Academy for Liars, back from Victoria. That's the one I didn't really want first, but it is what it is. I'll go and grab it. Okay guys, so we have got Victoria's pick, which was An Academy for Liars by Alexis Henderson. I have read from Alexis Henderson previously. I have read House of Hunger, which I gave 4 stars. I did really like it. This one is more of a dark academia horror, and dark academia and me haven't really got on well in the past. The only one that I have really loved was Babel by Arif Kwong, but I haven't really read a dark academia where I'm really obsessed with it and gave it 5 stars. So this one could be a win. It sounds quite good. So I do have high hopes of this one. So the synopsis for this one says, Lennon Carter's life is falling apart until she gets a mysterious phone call inviting her to sit the entrance exam for somewhere very few have heard of. Hidden in a secret pocket of Savannah it's a place called Drayton College, and it's a school of magic. So, I mean, that piques my interest. Lennon has been chosen because, like everyone else at school, she is special. They all say that they're all special. I'm joking. She possesses the innate gift of persuasion, the ability to wield her will like a weapon and use it to control others, and in rare cases matter itself. After passing the grueling exam, Lennon now needs to learn how to master this devastating power. While persuasion takes a heavy toll on her body and her mind, she is captivated by all that surrounds her. Her studies, the college's lush, most draped campus, her brilliant classmates, but most of all by Dante, the charismatic advisor who both intimidates and intrigues her. However, as Lennon becomes more adept at using her uncanny abilities, she uncovers more about Drayton and its unsettling history, about Dante and his tragic, violent past, and the more she learns, the more disturbed she becomes by what she finds. For it seems that the ultimate test Lennon will face is to embrace absolute power without succumbing to corruption and darkness, and it's a test she's terrified she's going to fail. So it sounds really good, really creepy. One of the Lennons in the mirror didn't strike its cheek. It didn't move at all, except to smile. And this is the Evernight edition. I'm not subscribed to Evernight, but I think it was Amanda who was selling her copy, and I asked if I could buy it from her, and she sent it to me, I think. So it's a really pretty edition, so I would be ashamed to get rid of it. I'm just really nervous because it's dark academia, and I haven't loved a lot of dark academias in the past. I tried Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I gave it 4 stars. I didn't love it, and I haven't continued on with Hellbent. So it's not the one I really wanted to kick off with, but the jar's picked and it is what it is. So thank you again, Victoria, for putting this on my 12 Books and 12 Friends, and I will be reading this in a separate vlog, so do stay tuned for that. It's fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be a good time. So that is my complete January TBR. Okay guys, so that is my complete January TBR for 2025, and I'm really excited for all the books that I've picked out. As I mentioned, I'll be reading An Academy for Liars for my 12 Books and 12 Friends in a separate vlog. I am also reading those fairy loot books that have been picked out for the January picks in a separate vlog as well. So you'll find out what those are in a read vlog when I do get around to reading those. Let me know down in the comments if you're taking part in Winterween. Let me know if you have a TBR for that, and do let me know what you're most excited for in 2025, what your reading plans are, what your goals are. I don't really have any goals, to be honest, just to be a bit more kinder to myself and pick out stuff that I do generally want to read and not be forced so much by a TBR. Just pick out what I want to read, and if I'm not in the mood for stuff, change it and read what I want, basically. And I do want to try and get a bit more into audiobooks in 2025 as well. So I've got BookBeat and Everand and all that kind of stuff, so hopefully it actually encourages me to pick up more on my Kindle and on my on those apps as well. So if you like this video, give me a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I hope 2025 is another great reading year for me on my channel. So if you like to give it a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys all in my next video very soon. Bye guys.